to figure this out. Don't
A
know
lot of
that.
transporting.
Yeah, I'm going to the same Wisconsin.
Like, consider
Ooh, they must have done something pretty bad.
I was on vacation, so Jackie was trying to.
No, you go out to a different.
apartment.
Man.
Well, I mean, is there, I mean, usually you do the paper Sunday. Is there, David,
Yes.
I mean, I had your business card, but I need to go, you know.
Yeah, and really, sometimes on the weekends, I don't go
Today's
to
my
them.
son's
I
11th
just
birthday.
try to go to all of
So I
them.
gotta go
Like the
stop
one
and get
Saturday night, I
cupcakes.
wasn't even, so I don't even know.
Right.
Yep.
Well, I
Let me
think
know
sometimes
if
the
anyone's
ones,
wrong.
yeah,
I know the road.
Yeah, right, okay,
Yeah.
right,
No,
well,
okay, I'm
Harvard
sorry.
Saturday, something down there, Sunday, so she calls Sunday.
Which is funny because my
Yeah, and it
dad
had some,
and his sister are 10 years
Or, I
old.
mean,
My
so
brother and I are 10
372
years old.
9502
And
number
now my
will
son
ring
and
to
daughter
just the
like 10
office.
years
So she calls the 9552, so 372 9552. That will ring into this actual station, and she'll be able to ask for the county chief.
Okay, or sometimes it might be, it's just, I just didn't happen to work, it's kind of a vacation, but, you know, we worked pretty money together on Sunday, I mean, it's a Sunday.
Yeah, it makes it hard.
Yeah,
Yeah, and if you ever need to, you can
I tried,
call me and I'll try to.
I had your business card, I was, but it was like, no, it's Sunday.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's also part of my job.
Right, okay, the 9552?
Yep, 374-372-9552.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, 9552.
All rise, I'll call this meeting to order. And we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This time we'll have a moment of silence. Thank you. This time we'll have a roll call. Chief Schilling,
Present.
Dave Albritton,
Present?
Gordon Nash,
Present.
Mike Londeris,
Present?
Jeannie Stackhouse, absent. Heather and Andrew, welcome. We do have a quorum. First item here, order of business, is the approval of the minutes from our November meeting. There are no questions. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Make the motion to approve the minutes?
Motion to approve, is there a second?
I can second that.
Thank you, Mike. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, nay? The ayes have it, thank you. Welcome, everybody that's here, welcome, good. Reports oral and written, we have the Lutheran EMS report for October. Thank you.
Afternoon. Alicia just wanted me to apologize real quick for you. She had a prior commitment. She couldn't make it for today, so she set me in her place. I guess that's a lower level commitment. So I just wanted to go over it real quick. Not much to highlight on it other than I think our response times stayed fairly consistent. It was right around 5 minutes, I thought, in town. So that, I mean, I believe that's a really good time frame, that we're making those responses. And then the other thing that I was just going to highlight then, you can see on the last page there of the report, most of our responses are coming from our East Station, which is on Center Street, just by the fire department there. You know, so almost, what, 70% of our responses are coming out of that station. So I think that's good, showing us that we're keeping really good coverage in town and that for the citizens of Warsaw and that, so. The only other thing that I wanted to highlight, we're probably, I would say, one of the few EMS departments in the state of Indiana. As of yesterday, we were fully staffed. So, I mean, kudos to Lutheran and the administration there at the hospital. We're able to get that done, so we're pretty excited about that. Any questions for me or anything I can answer?
Any questions? Thank you for filling in.
Thank you.
Thank you for that report, yes.
Yes, thank you.
Next item, if I'm looking at it correctly, Chief, it's the monthly fire activity report.
Yep, so for the month of October, we had 345 responses, and of those responses, 93 incidents were overlapping, for a total of 27% of overlap. As you scroll through, you can see the different 100 categories, or what we consider fire calls. And then I will point out we had several assists to other agencies, and then had some agencies assist us as well in the month of October. So Leesburg Fire Department, we assisted once. Burkett Fire Department, we assisted 3 times. And then Winona Lake Fire Department, we assisted once. And then we received assistance from Winona Lake 2 times, Leesburg once, and Burkett 1 time, and Claypool 1 time. Moving on to the next page, our 300 type calls, our rescue or EMS calls, we had a total of 198. Hazardous conditions or no fires, total of 16. Service type calls, we had 13. Good intent calls, we had 37. And then false calls or false alarms, a total of 24. 0 severe weather. And then the special type incidents, we had a total of 40. Bringing the district totals for Station 17 to 157, Station 13, 107, Station 15, 45, and then CARES, 36. We trained for 502 hours on EMS skills, water can drills, fire behavior, tower operations, TRT or technical rescue training. We did some live fire burns as well in the month of October. Our continuing dive training. CARES did some group crisis intervention training. We did ropes and knots, and then pump operations and driving training as well. And then we also had community service hours. Now is the time where we're starting to pick up on our school programs in partnership with Warsaw Community Schools. So we're in there. We also this year also added and are happy to have added both Sacred Heart and Lakeland to our K through 6 programs. So happy to have them involved well, or with us as well. So we had a total of 24 and a half hours of community service for October. Then it just breaks down, the next couple pages just break down the calls and percentages.
What page are you on, Chief?
It would be page 15. And then again, if you continue scrolling down on page 17 and below, it will have the overlapping calls showing the total of 93.
Is that percentage staying fairly consistent?
Yeah, I believe typically it's in the 30s, so actually this is a little lower, so kind of happy to see that.
And this is with the addition of the 2 new hires, correct?
No, they will not start until January.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So this
Good
is,
to know.
we are We just hired Jackson, so now we're at our full staff that we're allowed, and then with the levy next year, we will be adding 2 more to bring us to 13 total per shift. So we do have 2 offers out to 2 individuals, so they have to go through their pensioning process and all that, so I believe they're gonna make a great addition to the territory and work well with us, so very excited about that.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions for the chief? If not, I'll move on to item 3. You'll see a hard copy next to you, the monthly update from CARES. And this is the November report, if I'm correct.
That is-
Michaela, unable to attend. You look at the second paragraph. Reviewing the month of November, 40 in-person interactions, 18 were significant problem-solving phone calls. This totals to 58 interactions for the month of November. Largest needs, 4 community members were affordable long-term housing, emergency shelter, and services for elderly. These needs have been steadily increasing in our community. She finishes up with 24 of our interactions were focused on connecting elderly individuals in need to necessary services. And she's also left her contact information if you have questions for the November report. Any comments or questions? That'll take us to item number 4, the monthly expenditure report. This is operating Fund 2243 for the month of October. Chief?
Yeah, nothing special that I found in there unless anybody else has any other questions.
Okay. No questions? That will take us to the expenditure report. This is equipment replacement 4410. Chief?
About the same thing. Nothing stands out unless anybody else has any questions on anything.
Okay. That concludes our look at the monthly reports and updates. I'll entertain a motion to accept all as presented.
Also moved.
Okay, there's a motion to approve all of the reports as presented. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion, questions? Without any, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, nay. The ayes have it. All accepted. Heather with a unanimous vote. That takes us to item number 6. I want to thank all of the board members for your service this year. I cannot believe it. It's December, and it will be status quo. Appreciate all of you with your interest in serving on the board, and looking forward to another very good year for the fire department under Chief Schilling's leadership. So next month it will be, because it's a 1-year appointment, our January meeting. We will swear all of you in at that time before we do any business in January. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to accept all of the appointments, basically formality here, maintaining status quo for this board.
Make that motion.
There's
I'll
a
second.
motion and there's a second. Any further discussion? And I really appreciate you guys and your service to the territory and the entire community. All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, please say nay. All right, the ayes have it. You have another year of service to the territory. And again, thank you for that. Takes us to item number 7, our agreement asks that each and every year, I appreciate Chief Schilling, our new chief, hard to believe it's been, I still think new, but we're getting to about over half a year now, or it's. Okay,
Yeah, a
it's
little
just,
over.
Appreciate your leadership, Chief. In our agreement, this board yearly recognizes him as chief and then appoints him to continue serving as chief for another year. As mayor, I will highly recommend that we approve this appointment and ask him to continue to service the citizens of the entire territory, as well as how many are on board right now? How many are under? How many do you have firefighters? It's, I know there's been a lot of change, you got new
Yeah,
guys
there's,
coming in.
there's 30, let's see, we have 12 on a shift right now. One shift has one extra, so 37 full-time firemen, and then the fire marshal, and then the cares and the office staff, so. And then all the additional part-timers as well, so. Total, I think there's 48?
Yeah.
47, 48.
Okay, yeah, 47 or 48 personnel, so. It's an honor to serve them, so.
Yeah,
that's-
serving the entire territory, your leadership, it'll be your first budget too, going into
Yeah.
next year, so yeah, I know it. That nightmare that we had in June, you did a great job putting up with me, and looking forward to working through that again next summer, okay?
Thank you.
I'll entertain a motion to approve that appointment of Chief Schilling as our fire chief for 2025.
I'll make the motion to approve him as chief.
I'll second that.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Call for the vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Absolutely.
There you go. All right, I like that, Mike. Those opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you. Unanimous. You good with all that? Okay, no one swearing. Okay, next one. We have no unfinished business. There is no new business. We do have a travel request, and I'll ask the chief to help us out with what we're looking at here. It looks like there's 4.
Yeah, sorry, let me jump to them real quick. So, the first one is Aaron Bollinger for his, the fire investigator conference. So that was a one-day conference over in Valparaiso that firefighter Aaron Bollinger attended. And the state has changed now to have continuing education hours for our investigator certifications. So we have to have so many continuing education hours, so that got him some of those. Lieutenant Jason Neer for alternative fuel vehicle response, and that's in Anderson, Indiana. And then one for myself to go down to Plainfield, Indiana for the FLSA for fire departments to help me continue and learn about the Federal Labor Standards Act. And then Fire Marshal Jeremy Williams for the Fire Inspectors Association of Indiana annual conference as well. In Noblesville, where he will get his continuing education for his inspectors certification, so.
Chief, your trip, is that the trip, if I remember right, you'll be going down with Denny?
Correct,
HR?
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
good.
Yep, Denny's gonna go as well, so we both can learn about that, and again, just make sure that we're following all the federal rules and standards that we're supposed to be.
Plainfield, Indiana, and not Los Angeles, California, right?
Yeah,
Isn't
it was
that's always-
Arizona.
Hasn't been
Yeah.
an issue, so this is a great
Yeah.
opportunity. It's close to you.
Yes.
Okay. Any questions for the chief on these requests? Not, I'll ask for a motion to accept.
Make the motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you. That takes us to other matters that may come before the board. Chief, I'll ask you to update this board. Maybe the membership has seen local news, the recent vote by the territory for a merit system. Would you like to highlight when
Yeah.
and what happened? Thank you.
Yep, so Monday morning, we held the membership vote that we were required to do by Indiana code. And from that, 31 agreed to reject the merit system, and then 5 voted in favor to have the merit system. So with that vote, it was determined that we were going to reject the merit system by the membership. So we will not have a merit system, and will remain with the Board of Public Safety Works as our board that we go to for approvals for promotions, hiring, disciplinary, and that sort of thing. And then with that, and Denny kind of took care of this, so I don't want to speak out of turn, but I believe it was we cannot come back to vote on it again until a year. So it will be in place for at least another year, and then from then, the membership can decide to re-vote, and then I'm not sure how all that goes yet. I haven't dug that far into the code, so.
Doing the best we can to
Yeah.
follow state code, which doesn't exactly fit with our territory and how it was established. But Denny and Andrew and Scott Royce, I think it's been a good faith effort to work through all of this. If you remember, the resolution was to reject a merit system, and we felt like it was appropriate for not only the council and the Board of Works to consider and vote on it, which they were unanimous votes in favor of the resolution rejecting a merit system, but also, if you remember, we also asked you to entertain the same resolution, which you did. The good thing was it allowed the fire territory, our actual firefighters, to actually have a say in it. And again, the reminder, I appreciate that, Chief, is each year it can be revisited if one of the 3 boards would like to entertain that again. So it's, I don't want to say it's set in stone, but really encouraging the direction that the vote went, not only by our 3 boards, but then also the fire territory membership. I think that goes back to Chief Schilling. Here he is in his first year, and I think he's been top-notch on so many fronts, humble, constantly learning, not afraid to tell me what he thinks is appropriate, and I listen to him. And I just am wishing him and the fire territory all the good heading into next year. So, thanks for that.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, meeting review. Any questions, any comments from anybody? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So made.
Is there a second? All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. We're adjourned. Thank you very much.
I got signed in. Thank you.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Oh, good.
Just let you know.